I think my friend is a psychopath. I think my friend is psycho. Names are changed and other things are slightly modified. For context, a lot of weird shit happens around me. I go to this ultra exclusive private school and kids can act really weird there. I'm going to be honest, in my experiences, the richer and more well connected someone is, the weirder they tend to be. The kids of lawyers and executives are pretty normal, while business owners and millionaires can still be normal and spoiled. But I found out that billionaire kids are actually mentally fucked. Like really fucked up. I'm a sophomore in high school, and it's been really hard finding kids who aren't fake and or authentic. I finally began the year with a really good group of people I care about. Enter this kid, Joey. I literally knew nothing about him, but just noticed that in the first few months, he didn't seem to make any friends. There were rumors about him going around too, just like that his dad was old money. Just like that his dad was old money, and that he ran one of the biggest corporations in the world. It's a public company, so he didn't own it technically, but he had so many shares that he basically did. I can't name it in this post, of course, but trust me, you've heard of it. Anyways, I've learned over the years that it is wrong to treat someone differently based on the amount of money that they have, or based on what you have heard. I've also been in that position before, and I decided to take him under my wing and get him into my friend group. He was a bit odd, and he made weird jokes that hit me wrong, but honestly, I brushed it off because I'm kind of weird too, and I don't believe in judging people by things like that. Me and Joy eventually became best friends and talked about everything, except that he's super private, so he really did much more listening than sharing. We had a lot in common, and we enjoyed each other. Super stoic guy. He never showed emotions for the most part. I always felt a bit of distance there though, and just that generally he was mysterious. I did like that about him though, and me and my other friends in the group always joked about it. I'm lesbian, and I made that very clear to him since the very start of our friendship, which stopped him from flirting with me. Skip a while, and prom was coming up, and one of my friends asked Joy to go, just as friends though. She's a beautifully talented musical theater singer, and so crazy gifted that it's insane. She's very beautiful, but in a less conventional way and more ethereal, in the sense that she looks like a fairy. Let's call her Sarah. Joy began to really fall in love with Sarah because he has confidence issues, and he really thought that she asked him because she liked him. He begins to obsess over prom, what corsage to get her, what flowers to get, etc. He starts giving her gifts too, like this bracelet that literally is in the high hundreds. He also buys her AirPods, gifts, etc. And he just really falls for her. Eventually, he sends her a paragraph asking her out and telling her how he fell in love with her because of how kind and how loving and how Sarah saw him for. Because of how kind and loving Sarah has been with him, etc. Sarah is extremely polite and non-confrontational and does not have feelings for him. I tell him this and he gets really mad at me, but we make up the very next day. Sarah ends up asking to remain friends and he agrees. She tells him that the gifts make her feel really uncomfortable, and she tells him to stop. Prom happens, and he tries to get her in a car with him alone and buys her more stuff. This doesn't happen, and I end up riding with him in the car, which he is not happy about. The weekend of prom, me and Sarah had planned a fun girls' trip. And so we go, but the night before we leave, Sarah gets a paragraph from him. He tells her that he's in love with her and that I messed up this prom night by not letting her get in the car alone with him. She's disturbed by this, and she keeps messaging her creepy stuff the whole trip, and texts me continually as well, asking how it is going on and constantly checking in. On our way back, he begins to spam her social medias, and he begins to like every single one of her posts in every platform. She is naturally disturbed, but we go home and part ways, which was this morning. I take a nap, and I wake up to literally 20 missed calls from Joey. I finally answer, and he's sobbing and crying hysterically. He doesn't know why, but she has unadded him on Snapchat, and she has removed him from other social media. He begins screaming for me to ask her what happened, and he doesn't understand, and he doesn't get it when I tell him that not taking no for an answer wasn't okay. I called Sarah, and she explains that he began stalking her sister and cousins and sending them odd messages. Her mom made her block him, and she's afraid. I call him back, and I explain everything to him. He cries and breaks down again and makes me send her a whole apology essay on his behalf. Sarah, oh my god, I love her. Sarah, oh my god, I love her, sees that he's making me send her all this stuff and tells me she refuses to see him through me in the middle of this, and that she loves me too much, and I can't keep talking to him about this. I agree, and I tell him I'm done. He sends this cryptic message that what he's done is criminal, and tells me it's my fault. He then proceeds to spam all my social medias and call me, but I don't answer. He just stopped and he went offline after leaving every group chat and the three of us, and he stopped and he went offline after leaving every group chat the three of us were in together. And yeah, I'm scared and I am freaked out. This isn't the joy I know. I'm afraid that he's going to hurt me or Sarah, and I don't know what to do. He has infinite resources and connections, and I'm afraid that he's going to use them to harm us. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.